into your space. Set boundaries. Say that this goes in, this goes out. Sometimes it means you cutting off your friends. Sometimes it means setting boundaries between you and your family, or stepping out of that toxic relationship. It always comes with a price.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Irene. So on today's video, we are going to talk about things that you can change, or things that I am changing to be better and to do better this year. We have the New Year's resolutions and everything, but at the end of the day, they could just stay words if we do not change certain things. And here today, I prepared a list of a couple of things that we are going to talk about that I want to change. The first thing that I know I have to work on this year is my last year's goals. And for me, I had this envelope where I wrote my name and the year, which was 2022, and I prepared so this was kind of like my vision board last year. I haven't made one for this year. I believe I'm going to do that very soon. And I made it very simple. As you can see, it's all papers in here. It's written my 2022. And I had spiritual and personal goals. I had family, love, and friends. I had mind and body. And I also had career and money goals. And these were my quarterly goals. So I could change from here. I don't know how did I come up with this idea, but it really worked. So yes, I wrote them here. They're here. The first step that I'm going to do, or the first thing that you can do, is to review your last year's goals and check them out and check what mistakes did you make, what didn't you achieve, because I believe that if I wrote something was important. So, and I believe most of the goals that I set last year are almost the same that I want to achieve this year as well. So I want to go through that and pick out which ones do I go with and which ones do I leave in this old paper. Another thing that I want to figure out is who do I want to be this year? Yes, my name is Irene, but who do I want to become? Do I want to be a best student? Do I want to be a best businesswoman? Do I want to do better in my family life? Do I want to become a mom? I'm just saying, okay? And you can ask yourself, who do you want to be this year? And then ask yourself, how are you going to achieve that person? How are you going to work on being that person that you are setting out to be this year? So another thing that I'm focusing on, or I'm changing this year, is my spiritual life. I want to be on a certain level spiritually. I believe I'm not in a bad spot, but I like and I love to do better. So this includes my spiritual life. This includes how far do I want to go on reading my Bible? How much time do I want to spend with God? How much time am I going to spend with others, building each other spiritually? Say, going to church or having a session with other people, Bible studies, that kind of things. So another important thing that I want to change this year, or something that you can change this year, is the circle of people you have. Who is around you in your life? Whom have you allowed into your life? When you look around, who is into your life? Your friends, your family, your partner, and everyone. Because at the end of the day, I believed that people do not influence me until when I started changing people, when I started being away from certain people and getting closer to other kind of people. I realized that there's a slight change in my life. And when I'm with other people, you cannot completely become like them probably, but somewhere, somehow you're going to observe something. So I am going to focus on whom do I have in my circle. How many people do you want in your circle? Do you want to have 20 friends, or do you want to have 70? It's your choice. Or do you just want to have one person? Sometimes everything is found in one person or two people. It depends on you. So ask yourself, or try to change look at last year or the previous years and ask yourself, how do you want your circle of people to be? Because they say when it comes to the circle of people that you have, it's never about the number, it's about the quality. So it doesn't matter the quantity, but the quality of the circle of the people is going to determine and change what and who you can become at the end of the year. For example, this year you want to be a good student and you're surrounded by business people. That can never work. It's either you know that I'm surrounding myself with my fellow good students or the fellow students that are going to help me to improve, or I am going to do better in business, so I'm sticking with the good business people. Another thing that I learned, or something that I want to change, is to make a list of things that I want. I came to learn that when you make a list of things, you have a clear picture of what you want. You have a clear picture of something that you want to achieve. So something that I'm going to include or I'm going to change is to stop just thinking in my head. I want to make a list of things that I want to do. When you have a list, you can be able to check and see what have you achieved, what have you done. For instance, for my last year, I would go back and check on everything, probably at the end of the month or after every 2 months. I would go back and see, because all these are in a list. It's a list of things, so I would go back and check them out, and I would see, what do I have to improve, what do I still have to work on. So it is something that I feel like is really important, making a list of the things you want to achieve. Make a list of your goals or ideas and everything. Another thing is, who and what are you allowing into your life this year? It's something that I really feel like it's something that we should change, or for me to make a change, I have to change or check on the things and people that I allow into my year. As I said before, those things influence you. Those things set you somewhere, so you have to be careful on what you allow from the social media, from your influencers, from the movies you watch. Because sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, what's going on? You know, a movie can change your mindset. A movie can change how you think, your perspective or your behaviors. I've had people say that they're feeling bad or the social media is affecting them, and I believe it's because of the people they see or the things that they followed and watch. So it really has to change. If you want to change your year, or you want to change how you feel mentally, or at the end of the day, change who and what you allow into your space. Set boundaries. Say that this goes in, this goes out, regardless of the damage or the pain you're gonna make. Because sometimes it makes, sometimes it means you cutting off your friends. Sometimes it means setting boundaries between you and your family, or stepping out of that toxic relationship. It always comes with a price. Another thing that I'm going to include into my life this year, or something that I want to change, is to journal. Like, I want to stick into journals, and that's why I have my journals here. I'm a person that journals, but sometimes I don't put it into mind. For instance, I use this kind of journals that they're just notebooks, and I write down things like that. But this year I want to change. I went ahead and got myself this journal. It's called a Mindful Journal by my sister Irene, and this one shows you, okay, we're not gonna open that, are we? So it says that it shows you your priorities, what do you want to do, your financial, your income, what is important, what events do you have. It has a weekly and a monthly review, something like that. So I'm going to go through the week or the day from my journal. It doesn't matter if I do it every day or after some time, but all I know, I want to be consistent with journals. And normally I have like my goals, and I have like, this one is for my daily, weekly and monthly. Let's say this is everything put together, but I have something like this one where I write about my spiritual stuff, because I have like plans that I follow up on my Bible. So every time when I read and learn something, I write that down. The importance of having journals or to journal is something that you can go back to and check yourself. Normally I go back and read things that I wrote down maybe last month or a few months ago and check myself out through that. But also it is something that it's helping you to keep a memory of things. You don't have to make it too personal. Depends on what you want to write. It's totally fine, but have a habit of writing down. It's something that even relieves your stress, even makes you feel better. So this one thing we should change this year, guys. Let's journal. Another thing that I'm doing this year is something that I'm changing this year is, what do I allow first? What comes first to me? You know, we have so many situations, there are so many occasions and so on, but ask yourself, what are you allowing to come first? Is it your family that is going to come first? Is it your wife? Is it your husband? Is it your children? Is it yourself? Sometimes you just, at a certain situations, you have to prioritize yourself. So before you make any choice, ask yourself this year, what is coming first? Whom and what are you letting to come first? Another thing that I'm going to do this year, I'm going to adapt the 4 L's. Yes, I will explain them more on another video, but these are learn, launch, love, and live. Yeah, for me, I'm doing the 4 L's. I mean that, what am I going to learn this year? I love when I can learn something, so I want to understand, what do I want to learn this year? And also I want to know, what do I want to love this year? What do I have to love? Sometimes it's hard, but you have to understand, what do you have to love? And then another one is launch. Launch is just like starting something. Doesn't have to be big or small. Depends on how you can do it, For me, I believe even starting a course, that is me launching, even though it's me learning. So yes, starting a small business is launching. And actually, as a person, especially if you're a woman or a man, you must have a financial plan. So what are you launching this year? Or what are you still working on this year? The other L is, what am I leaving? Yes, because it's a new year. As I said in the beginning, what are you deciding, or what are you choosing to leave behind for you to be better, to do better? What are you going to leave behind? It's a question that you have to ask yourself, friends. So ask yourself today, what do you have to leave behind for you to be better? It's a change that you're making into your life. Change doesn't come easily. Change is never easy. It has a price. Maybe people, maybe things, maybe hobbies, maybe a city, a country. It doesn't matter, but if you want to do better, if you want to see yourself somewhere at the end of the year, make sure you have things that you're letting into your life or that you're changing. Altogether, it's just change in my perspective. And that being said, marks the end of this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, share, like, and leave your comments. Let me know, what else are you changing this year? What else are you putting into your life this year? And I'll see you on my next video. My name is Irene and I love you so much.